Okay, everybody, meteorologist Bobby Deskins here. Let me turn this volume down just a little bit for you. We'll get you updated on the weather real quick for this weekend, and we will also get you updated on that possible development in the tropics way out next weekend, which, yeah, that is a long ways out. So nothing to get too excited about right now about it, but certainly something that we want to keep an eye on for you. All right, let me get this kind of set up here for you just a little bit, guys. We're basically watching showers and thunderstorms again this afternoon. Nothing big out there. It's actually a little bit drier today than what it was yesterday, which is, I guess, good news. But we are expecting a couple of good thunderstorms in southeastern southeastern Polk County to fall apart as we get going here over the next hour or so, because right now, I mean, it's pretty heavy out there. So let's start there. Let's start in southeastern Polk County. You can see Lake Wales, down to Indian Lakes Estates as well, too, out there by the bombing range. Very heavy rainfall right now. 2-3 inches is possible. 1 to 2 inches, but some of the heavy areas could see almost 3 inches of rainfall from this. Up towards Winter Haven, Haines City, we are still seeing some rain. This is actually going to build back towards the west, so if you're in Winter Haven to Lynchburg, especially on the west side of town, I think you could see a little bit more rain. Not as much rain as you get back out towards eastern Hillsborough, but we have had this shower here for a while. It's now moving out of the known assassin and falling apart as it crosses over I-75, or I-4, excuse me. Yeah, I-75. Now, eastern Pasco into eastern Hernando County. Hernando, this is weakening near Lacucci and it'll move off, but this cell here in central Pasco near Darby is backing further to the west. It will weaken by the time it gets to 41, but I can't rule out a little bit of rain before that happens. Okay, so we'll watch out for that. Manatee, Sarasota County, not much going on at all. We've got one little shower right out towards Myakka Head. That's just about it, south of there. And you can see Arcadia looking pretty good. Now, Highlands County, we had some big storms earlier. They are starting to fall apart now. So, good news as far as that goes. If you look at the bigger picture, you can see that we've got the sea breeze, essentially, which started out here along the coast, has now just slowly drifted inland. Okay, so that's why the rain is inland. Now, what's going to happen over the weekend is that sea breeze is going to form right here along the coast, because the east wind's going to pick up a little bit. Sea breeze wind comes in, and where they converge is right here. Okay, and that's where most of the storms will be. Now, midday, you'll get 1 or 2 to pop up there, but 4, 5, 6 o'clock, this whole area fills in right here with showers and storms. And that's so a very typical summertime pattern, except we just have more moisture and we have more clouds around. Saturday, I think we're going to see quite a bit of sunshine, and then we'll start to heat things up. Here's the forecast model. So this is early in the morning tomorrow morning. We'll start off dry, but there you go. That's about 3 o'clock. So from noon to 3, right where you see the rain there, is where we'll start to pop up the smaller showers. But certainly between 3 to about 6 o'clock, look at those storms push back towards the coast as they move back offshore. So yeah, that very summer-like pattern there. Sunday, this is midday around 11:15 noon. You can see the storms popping up. Sunday, the model's trying to keep it a little bit further inland away from the coast. I think a lot of clouds around on Sunday, perhaps less rain at the beach if you're trying to pick a day. Certainly, if you're going out to a watch party for Saturday for the hockey game, we're going to have some storms around. That's something we'll have to watch. Now, then we're going to be watching down here. Well, most of next week we'll be watching it. Nothing there now, but the models are suggesting something forms in here and comes up somewhere around here. Could be tropical in nature. At least start that way. There's much cooler air in place. So let's go over and talk about the models right now. That's not what I want to do. I want to do this one here. Okay, so this is the European model. I'll tell you what, let's start with the GFS, because the GFS goes out to 16 days. And you just can't trust it that far out. But this time of year, what the GFS does is it days 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It tends to pop up tropical systems and head towards the north. Now, most of the time it doesn't happen. It's just something that happens with the model. So it's been doing that 5, 6 days now. But we just haven't said too much until we started talking about it last night, because the Europeans started jumping on it. The European only goes out to about 10 days. So when we see 2 models starting to see it, that gives us a little bit better confidence. But still, it's so far out. So let's go through the timing. And I want to take you out to Thursday morning sunrise. Look what's happening. Still showers and storms in the Western Caribbean. Okay, nothing's named at this point. Thursday night, At sunset, same setup, but you see something starting to develop east of the Yucatan. Then by Friday morning into Friday afternoon, look what happens by Friday evening. That's sunset right there. It's moving across western Cuba, and then by Saturday morning, it's got a low moving in towards Marco Island. Now, this is not a Charlie. This is not an Irma. It's not that strong, but it would bring some rain. It could bring an isolated tornado risk to the north and east of wherever the center goes. And it's Memorial Day weekend. I mean, this is Saturday morning of Memorial Day weekend. That's Saturday midday. That's Saturday evening, moves over Cape Canaveral. And then the GFS clears things out for Sunday and for the most part on Monday. Now, that's just one model, and it's just a model. This is the European. Let's go out in the European to Saturday morning sunrise. Now, it's got a system, hold up, west of Marco Island with a closed low, a little bit stronger than GFS. And then as we move through the day on Saturday, this is Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, it keeps the low well offshore, but it does try and strengthen a little bit west of Anna Maria Island by Saturday sunset. And then during the day on Sunday, this is Sunday morning into Sunday afternoon, it moves it up into the Panhandle. Okay, now in this scenario, yeah, we could get some heavy rainfall out of it Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, and there'd be an isolated tornado risk with that. I could go over scenarios and rain amounts and all that kind of stuff, but we just don't know what's going to happen. So I just wanted to cut this video real fast to kind of get you updated on the weather models. I actually had one. We cut one yesterday. Last night we talked about it. So head on over to my Facebook page, Bobby Deskins Weather. You can find it there as well too, the one from last night. And feel free to share this with your friends as well too, especially the YouTube video, get around, and the Facebook video. But essentially, it's just wait and watch, and don't worry at this point. Okay, this is not the time to worry. They pay me to worry, and that's what I'm not even worried about it, but I'm watching it. And then you can have a great weekend coming up. Watch for those afternoon showers and storms. Go Bolts. But I will keep an eye on it. And if things change, I'll be checking in. I'll probably check in over the weekend. I mean, I always do that, it seems like, when stuff like this is happening. But Monday and Tuesday, I think that's when the Hurricane Center may be hatching a little area. When I say hatch, Hurricane Center will essentially, they'll put up something like this. And then they'll highlight this little area down here and says it has about a 20% chance for development in the next 2 days, but 40% in days 3, 4, and 5. We may get that as early as Monday, more likely to Tuesday. So that's something that you'll notice next week. I, of course, will be covering it for you. Grant, Ashley, Rick, we're all here covering it for you, so don't worry about anything. Let us do that. You go and have a great weekend. All right, guys. Don't forget to share the video, like the video, and if you have any comments, I'd love to answer your questions, that type of thing. So please let me know. All right, guys, have a good one.